Good morning and welcome to the Dutchin channel. It's Good Friday, the 29th of March 2024. It's just gone 9:30 and we're going to do today's selections at Chelmsford. And I've already uploaded Newcastle, the principal meeting, and Lingfield. So if you want to go and check them out after you can. So at Chelmsford today there are 7 races starting at 140 to 5:10, and our first race is the 140, but as you can see from here, plenty of 2-year-olds just coming out for the first time. So with no form to go on, no rating, I can't do anything in the 140, just put a line through that one. So we'll go into the 215. This is a handicap, and 12 go to post for the second race. So we'll go into the sheet. You can see the first race there, no bet. Into the second race, my number 1 here is Phoenix Star, top rated. So we'll go and use Matchbook again as we normally do now. And into the second race here, we've gone Phoenix Star. This is currently trading at 11. And again, the over-round figure is going to be a little bit high at the moment. So leave this 5-10 minutes before the off before you have a bet if you're doing multiple horses. So Phoenix Star, that's trading at 11. And stakes of £9 and 9 would return £100. Our second selection here is This My Dream. And This My Dream, that's currently trading at 7.2. So stakes of £13.89 would return £100. And the third selection, Dark Side Prince, which is currently favourite, and that's trading at 5. £20 stakes would return £100, and you would have left £7 and 2 in the kitty. So we'll see how we get on with that. The full selection is Howzack, and Howzack, that's currently the outsider there, and that's trading at 48. And stakes of £2 and 8 would return £100, and that leaves us now £4.94. And our fifth selection is Sir Rodney Redblood, and this is currently trading at 19.5. So stakes of £5.13. We're going to be just under this, and we've got £4.94, and that will be our last stake in that race. So our fifth selection, Sir Rodney Redblood, £4.94. We'll times that by the SP of 19.5, and this would return us £96.33, so a good return for the fifth selection. And the other 4 running for us are Phoenix Star, This My Dream, Dark Side Prince, Howzack. One of those 4 would return £100. So as we go into our third race, the 250, got a couple of non-runners here in Cloud King and Miners Gamble. This will leave 12 going to post for a handicap. And in the 250, our top selection here is Old Chums. And Old Chums, let's have a look on Matchbook. And Old Chums, that's currently trading second favourite at 6.6. And stakes of £15, 15 would return £100. And our second selection is Sovereign Knight. And Sovereign Knight is third selection, that is 7.6. And stakes of £13, 16 would return £100. And our third selection is Hot Front. And Hot Front, This is currently trading at 13.5. Would require stakes of £7.41 to return £100. And our fourth selection is Run Around Sue. And Run Around Sue, that's currently trading at 11. And stakes of £9.09 would return £100. And so far we have staked 44.81, leaves £5.19. And our fifth selection is Go Go Ubari. And Go Go Ubari, that's down the bottom there, that's trading at 25. And that would require stakes of £4 to return £100. And that would leave us £1.19. And this would go on to our sixth selection, which is Brunel Nation. And Brunel Nation is currently the favourite, that's trading at 3.1. So that's our stakes. And we'll go £1.19 on Brunel Nation, times that by 3.1 SP, would give us back £3.68. Not really worth talking about, but we do have 5 running for us, and that's Old Chums, Sovereign Knight, Hot Front, Run Around Sue, Go Go Ubari. One of those 5 win, it will return us £100. And again, there's quite a few horses here, big fields again at Chelmsford. Now we're going to go into the next race, which is the 325. 16 go to post at the moment, and this is another handicap. And our top selection here is Noble Crusade. So Noble Crusade, let's go into the match book. Noble Crusade is currently favourite at 7. So stakes of £14.29 would return £100. Our second selection is Fox Flame. Fox Flame, this is currently 9.2, would require stakes of £10.87 to return £100. And our third in is Merry Jig. And Merry Jig, that's currently trading at 19.5. Stakes of £5.13 would return £100. And the full selection would be Star Legend. And Star Legend, I think I need to move that up. Yep, right down the bottom there. That's trading at 42. And stakes of £2.38 would return £100. Our fifth selection is at Liberty. And at Liberty, this is currently trading at 15.5. So stakes of £6.45 would return £100. And so far we've staked 39.12. That leaves us £10.88 in the kitty. And our sixth selection is Churchella. And Churchella, this is second favourite at 7.6. So we can't afford the £13. So we are going to stake £10.88. And that will be our last bet in that race. So Churchella, stake of £10.88 times the price of 7.6 would return us £82.68, so it would still be a nice profit of £32. And that means we've got 5 running for us: Noble Crusade, Fox Flame, Merry Jig, Star Legend, at Liberty, If one of those 5 win, would return £100. Then moving on to the next at Chelmsford. And the 4 o'clock, we've got a non-runner here in 8 Mile. This will now leave 15 going to post for an apprentice handicap. No, it isn't. I'm lying. It's just a handicap in the 4 o'clock. And our number 1 selection here is Bossy Parker. So we'll go back into Matchbook up to the 4 o'clock. And Bossy Parker, this is favourite. And this is trading at 5.9. So stakes of £16.95 would return us £100. And our second selection is How Bizarre. And How Bizarre is right down the bottom there somewhere. And this is trading at 70.70. And stakes of £1.43 would return £100. Our third selection is Laura's Breeze. And Laura's Breeze, this is currently 15.5, and stakes of £6.45 would return £100. And our fourth selection is Kitab. And Kitab, that's third favourite at 6.8. Stakes of £14.71 would return £100. And we've staked £39.54, so we've got £10.46 to play. And the fifth selection will be Highfield Viking, which is joint favourite now at 6. So as I said, we can't put £16 on this one. What we got left is £10.46. So that will be our last bet in this race. So we've got Highland Viking and stakes of £10.46 times the SP of 6 would return us £62.76. So there'll be a slight profit of £12. And we got 4 running for us: Bossy Parker, How Bizarre, Laura's Breeze and Kitab. One of those would return us £100. Then we'll move into the 4:35. Got a couple of non-runners here, and they are Honor Session and Titan Rock. This leaves 14 going to post for another handicap. And our top selection here is Billy Mill. So we'll go into Matchbook again. This is the penultimate race at Chelmsford. And Billy Mill is second in at the moment, or third. There's one just overtaken that. So Billy Mill, 8.2. Stakes of £12.20 would return £100. And our second selection is Wild Fell. And Wild Fell, that's currently trading at 12.5. Stakes of £8 would return £100. Our third selection is Al Mama. And Al Mama, if I can find it, yeah, there it is, nearer the bottom, that's trading at 24, and stakes of £4.17 would return £100. Our fourth selection, Too Tempting. And Too Tempting, another one down the bottom end, that is currently 21, and odds, and stakes of £4.76 would return £100. Our fifth selection is Riot, and Riot is also down that end. That is trading at 17, and stakes of £5.88 would return £100. And so far we've staked £35 and a penny, so £14.99 left to play. Our sixth selection is long lay or long lie, and 13.5 is the current SP. £7.41 would be the stake to return £100. That would now leave us £7.59. And the seventh selection would be eligible. And eligible is another one down this end somewhere, 11.5. And we just haven't got that amount left of £8.70. So the maximum here, as we said, would be £7.59. And that's the stakes of £50. So our seventh selection eligible, £7.59 times the SP of 11.5 would return us £87.28. So the profit would be good on a seventh selection. And we've got 6 running for us. That's Billy Mill, Wild Fell, El Mama, Too Tempting, Riot, and Long Lay. If one of those 6 win, we return £100. And we're now going to move into the last race at Chelmsford, which will be the 5:10. We've got 14 going to post for a handicap, and we've got 2 non-runners here, Wootton's Jewel and Charming Whisper. Charming Whisper was my third selection, but that's out. And our number 1 selection will be Mr. Swivel. So into Matchbook for the final time as well. And Mr. Swivel at the moment, second favourite in at 4.7. Stakes of £21.28 would return £100. And our second selection is Lord Normandy. And Lord Normandy is pretty much down the bottom in this one as well. This is trading at 6.060, and £1.67 would return £100. And our third selection would be Alpen Power, and there's Alpen Power at the top, 13.5, and stakes of £7.41 would return £100. And our fourth selection is Mara Fury. And Mara Fury, that is currently 16.5 and would require stakes of £6.06 to return £100. We've now staked 36.41, so 13.59 to play. Into the fifth selection will be Courageous Strike, another one right down the bottom. Quote, that there at the moment is 48 SP, and the stakes of £2.08 would return £100. And our sixth selection is Sword Stick. And Sword Stick, that's currently trading at 14. Let's see if we've got enough money before we go on to that one. Yeah, and we've got £7.14 stake on Sword Stick at 14. That would return us £100 there for £7.14. And now we've got left £4.36. And the seventh selection would be Rocket Warrior. And Rocket Warrior is third in the betting at 9.8. So we're not going to be able to afford that £10. But we will be having £4.36. And that will be the last bet of the day, and that's the Chelmsford 5:10. So we'll go back into our seventh selection, which was Rocket Warrior. £4.36 would be the stake, times 9.8 SP. Now this one would return us 42.72, so we would lose £8 on the bet, but we do have 6 running for us. We've got Mr. Swivel, Lord Normandy, Alpen Power, Mara Fury, Courageous Strike and Sword Stick. One of those 6 would return us £100. So we're going to do a quick recap here at Chelmsford. The first race at 140 will be a no bet. Into the 215 we got Phoenix Star, This My Dream, Dark Side Prince and Halzak. One of those 4 would return us £100, and so Rodney Redblood will be the lower amount. In the 250 at Chelmsford, Old Chums, Sovereign Knight, Hot Front, Runaround Sue, Go Go Ubari. One of those 5 would return £100, and Brunel Nation the lesser amount. In the 325 Chelmsford, we got Noble Crusade, Fox Flame, Merry Jig, Star Legend and At Liberty. One of those 5 would return £100, and Churchella would be the lower amount. Into the 4 o'clock at Chelmsford, we've got Bossy Parker, How Bizarre, Laura's Breeze and Kitab. One of those 4 would return £100, and Highfield Viking the lower amount. Into the 435, we've got Billy Mill, Wild Fell, Al Mama, Too Tempting, Riot and Longley. One of those 6 would return £100, and Illegible would return the lesser amount. And into the last race of the day, Mr. Swivel, Lord Normandy, Alpen Power, Mara Fury, Courageous Strike and Sword Stick. One of those 6 would return £100, and Rocket Warrior would be the lesser amount. So that's every meeting covered now. Newcastle is already on there, Lingfield's already on there, and now Chelmsford. So enjoy the rest of your Easter, and I'll be back this evening with the results show. So enjoy the rest of your day and happy punting.